Hello everyone, welcome back to another stream. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day so far, and you've had a fantastic start to your week. We have a couple of pretty big changes to like a few cards to the meta that I think are relatively interesting. So Hellcow going from a 4/8 with the on reveal to a 4/6 with activate with the same ability is so incredibly strong. Being able to have that guaranteed or controlled discard lever of when he goes off is, or she, it goes off is fantastic. Schwalks, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day. Thank you for jumping in and joining us. I'm going to be running a little bit of the deck that I just released a video for, and that is the Hellcow deck. And so it's a relatively simple Hella deck, but I can give a quick rundown on it. Scotty, you said you got me good earlier. What deck were you running, Scotta? The name sounds really familiar, but if you tell me the archetype you're running, it probably will stand out a bit more. And then Krispy Kreme, who are you and what have you done with the real TLSG? I'm just a TLSG variant. Coming in to take TLSG's spot today. The reason I got a haircut is my job returned us to the office. Ooh, you were okay, I remember the slash. You have the copycat avatar. And so we returned to work, and so I got a haircut, and then it was shorter than I intended it for it to be. And so with the big poofy thick beard, it made my face look just like abnormally puffy. And so then I had to shave as well. And then on the YouTube side, Ivan Green, Quincy, and Mac, welcome in. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day so far. And then Kid Presentable and Flashiest Racer, welcome in. So the biggest thing with this deck is now we have a very controlled lever on when those discards happen. So we have the Blade, we know what that's going to hit. Lady Sif, if we have Death, we know what Lady Sif is going to hit. And then Hellcow, we don't have to worry about using Jubilee and accidentally pulling it out onto the board. Versus before with something like Corvus, you would have to be a little bit hesitant on using Jubilee if you still had Corvus in your deck, because it could potentially pull and end up discarding your Hella as a result. And then we have the Jubilee Blink to help further get into our deck or dig into our deck to make sure that we can get Hella on almost every single game. And then the rest is just our high power, high impact cards. You could probably do something like Red Hulk instead of Giganto, or even instead of Magneto, but those are like small tweaks that I don't think really change the overall like flow of the deck too much. Just maybe gets a little bit extra power onto the board. And then Pin Ultimate, you said, hey TLSG, how are the games going? The games so far, I haven't played any today. We just launched up. I haven't played any on stream, but before that, they've been going incredibly well. And then Zodrex, welcome in. And Lord Bloom, I like the new look. I appreciate it. The hair is a little bit shorter than what I like, but I like it just a little bit longer. So I like maybe an extra like fingertip length on what's left up here. But otherwise, I was way overdue for a haircut. And Quinnick, yeah, there's a face under the beard, believe it or not. Ready for Arana? I am. I think she may be overhyped in a lot of the decks. So like, I don't think she works well with Brood. So with Brood, I think her activate goes off after Brood reveals. So it depends on what order the on reveal happens in. And so if Brood pops over, gets two power Broodlings and then shifts the other one, I don't think it's a huge play. But I do like it in a couple of builds that I think she's going to end up being pretty core in. And then T Greenathy, who is this guy? I've never seen him in my life. I'm TLSG variant for today. We're the young TLSG. The haircut and shaved guy, yeah. Still having frames drop? Are we dropping frames? Yeah, right now we're dropping some frames pretty bad, huh? Tau, who took over TLSG stream? It's just a TLSG variant. We're going to run to a quick ad break so that we can get it out of the way, and then I'll jump into a few games as we chat and catch up, you guys. Don't go anywhere. Looks like you work for a bank. Just more of like, it's like a, no, it's just, since we're returning to office, it's a big deal to look professional. And I got a haircut and it ended up being shorter than what I intended. And so with the beard, it looked like way too poofy. And so then I had to shave. If you said your TLSG's brother, people will still believe it. They might. Listo, thank you so much for the resub with your Prime for the 7th month. I appreciate you being here. Do you think Arana can work in destroy decks? Yeah, I do. I think that's one of the places where she'll end up being used. I think with like a Deadpool, fantastic. Frames are overrated. Hopefully we don't continue to have spikes. If so, I'm calling around internet service providers. Oh my goodness, the dips are like, I'm just looking at the bits flowing out of OBS, and it's stressing me out. So let me know if it gets too laggy, you guys. Frowning Fish, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. What do you think about the arrow change? What, going up to 10 power? I don't think it does a whole lot for her, unfortunately. You said Insta ads? I think maybe we check data mine to see what's coming. So I was keeping an eye on it as I was recording the Hell Cow video I did. I don't know if you're back from ads or not, JT. I was keeping an eye on the data mines, and I saw a handful, but nothing that just like was crazy. There's a couple cool things, and after this game, I'll pull it up and read through a couple. Moved, cleaned up, ready to steal cubes. We absolutely are ready to steal some cubes. First up, we have Snap Judgment Podcast. What an exciting first matchup. All right, so we have Hell Cow in hand. We have Blade, and then we have our Black Cat. And so this deck went from being a relatively inconsistent one to you can almost guarantee what you're going to discard every single step of the way. The haircut looking snazzy, flying at dad bomb. Thank you for being here. I appreciate the positive comments around the haircut. Uh-oh, Moon Knight could be devastating for us. Yeah, unfortunate.
I am reborn. Opponent snapped.
Have I tried the new Black Swan at all? Wait, fist them back? Wait, I think I fisted them first. I think they fisted me back. Anyways, I'll throw another one just to make sure that they know that they're cared for. I haven't tried the new Black Swan yet. I honestly don't think it changes too much for her. So going down to 2 costs is great. You can fit it into your curve a little bit better. But the downside that I think it has is now you have to be transparent to your opponent that you're going to be flooding 1-cost cards. And so they're going to know to expect it, versus before you could drop it on 5 and then flood on 6. Now you have to stage it ahead of time, which I don't like as much. You said cost my opponent 8 because of the 1 less wolf jump. Ooh, that's rough too. I like the Corvus ad in case that ever happens. I'll let you play your 6 cost. Yeah, but I think on those you can retreat for 1 relatively easy instead of just like hoping that a couple of your big cards can like carry it through. And so I think Corvus still has a space, but his randomness, sometimes I feel like it hurts more often than it helps. Oof. Wait, why'd they play? Oh, it's an Arsham deck. Let's go Luke Cage left. Then maybe it's Jubilee mid. I've been trying new Black Swan with Hitmonkey. There's also the problem where if you top, if you top deck it on 5, it's dead as well. New look. New look indeed. Brought to you by me returning back to office. Untapped overlay, yeah. The untapped overlay is broken right now until they push an update. I haven't been able to get it to work. So I've restarted it a couple times, checked it out, and then Wheaton and Skada both with the timeouts early. Let's see. Wheaton, there's yours. Skada, we'll see you guys back. How do we activate TLSG? don't know anymore. So we have Blade, but I kind of think we just hold it. What we can do with Hellcow is we can activate it and then blink next turn if we don't draw our Hella. So I kind of like where we're at right now. And then Schwaks. Oh, okay, you can grab them. All right, so they have the Agatha down, but that's honestly all right. Wait, ooh, it was Arsham. It was Agatha that was generated by Arsham. All right, so let's go. Hellcow activate. They could have like an Eliath that they're looking at throwing, and so what I'm gonna do is activate the Hellcow. I'm gonna throw Blink into the right lane. We have, let's see, we have Magneto. We have Infinite. We have Death. So it could be Giganto or Hella. So it's a 50-50 flip, actually. I'm a little bit less sold on. I'm still going to stay for the 4. The Ronin is super useless now? Yeah. Savage Land is pretty rough. Unless... Oh, that just obliterates all of our hopes and dreams. What a beautiful play. Goodness. And so our blink stays. We do rotate the Hellcow. So if we land into like the
minions to me,
okay, we will take it. Whew. The Legion play was smart. The Legion play was really big. But with this 50-50, had we flipped into Giganto instead, it would have been an extra 8. And so we still would have won mid and still would have won right. And so it was a good play, but just wasn't quite able to get there. Why not Blade? Because if I did Blade and then Blink, it would have rotated it into. It wouldn't have been a guarantee 6 cost. If I had played the Blade after, it takes up a body on the board, and so I didn't think about it. But unfortunately, Hellcow discarded it. So we'll take that. Wheaton, welcome back. I hope you learned your lesson. And then General Sergeant said, "Oh Lord, I get smacked with fresh cut TLSG." I've been good. The reason for the fresh cut is I returned back to office on Monday. You look so different. I know. It's like an entirely different person. But I returned back to office on Monday. And then I was immediately sick on Tuesday, so that's why we're here. And then T Greenathy with the timeout. As we're waiting for him, I can grab this one. I have no idea what it does. He can't chat for 2 minutes. That's about it. Whenever you need some time to just sit in solitude and think, we have the timeout. I was about to do it. All right, I'll let you do the next one, Schwaks. So I have it copied and pasted. And so I just paste the one that I did for Wheaton, and then I replace the name, so it was a little bit faster. T Greenathy, you'll find out. You will absolutely find out. It's like exactly when new card is released. Especially because it was a patch. So we have Hellcow, which is almost like a brand new card, and then we're gonna have Arana in an hour. And so yeah, it was a well-timed sickness for sure. So it's a TLSG variant. That's what you guys have today, is a TLSG variant. So we have Lady Sif still in our deck, so I don't think we do the Jubilee. That's the only bad flip that we could get. Still don't think I want to risk it when we could just do like Blade instead. Get the guaranteed Magneto discard. Then we do have Hellcow, or Black Cat that's already been discarded. You think Web is a cop? I think... Wait. Oh, it was the rotation. I think Web is okay, but I don't think she's just insane by any means. All right, let's go Hellcow. We can activate it later and then resummon those cards with Hella. We might end up pulling into Blink. Jubilee could be good, or maybe we top deck into something just big. What in the stubble? You Cables, you ran into TLSG's variant today. How much gold did we spend on this variant? All of your watch time combined was put forward into purchasing this variant. And then Blizzy, welcome back to the office life. Yeah. Unfortunately, I couldn't let it just go unshaven. I got a haircut, and then it was way too short compared to the big thickness of the beard, so I had to follow suit and match it up. All right, let's discard with the Hell Cow. Let's resummon with Hella. And then we'll go. Blink twice if not a replicant. I can't do that. I can't blink twice. So Blue Marvel, they got a big power spread across the board, but of course no Gilgamesh. Silver Age TLSG variant, indeed. All right, we did get Death and we got Blink, so both great. We're going to be able to flip the Hell Cow to get extra power here. Beautiful. That's all we needed. Magneto pulling Marvel Boy over. Is all fine. Attacked heavily into mid and right, but that's okay. And then Carol, welcome in. I appreciate it. You're gonna make me blush. Hopefully you're having a great day so far, and your week has started well. And then Zombie Living, it has been a while since you've been here as well. And then Wolverine, you said, I think we didn't pay enough, and that's why we got this variant. You guys may have cheaped out on the 700, and they didn't want to put in all of the extra particles and effects, and so that's why you got clean shaven. And then Trenton, you said turned 24 today. Just chilling, watching your stream before I go out later tonight. Trenton, hopefully you have a fantastic night. Hopefully you have some fun. And you get to celebrate it with either friends or family or both. Long time no see. Zombie Lemon, thank you so much for the resub with your Prime. Thank you for being here for 5 months. I appreciate you coming back. And then Ruro Uni, welcome in as well. Hopefully you're having a great one. Is the deck decent without Blink? I think the deck is probably still decent, but it loses a lot of its consistency. Because with Blink, you can really guarantee what you're going to flip into with like a Hell Cow with a Jubilee, which helps you get into your Hella almost every single game. Didn't see the cook running Proxima. I'm not running Proxima in this one. Teo. So with this one, what did they discard? Wait, it's Husky. So the death discard. We do grab the lead in mid, so we get the card draw. Let's see. 2 cards left in deck. We draw one next turn, Jubilee, so we have the guarantee into Hella. Let's go Lady Sif, let's go Blade, and then we can... I'm not going to activate Hell Cow just yet. We'll get it next time. Any replacement suggestions for Blink? Replacing Blink is a tough one because of how consistent it can pull into those extra cards. I would say maybe Iron Lad. But I think it's a heavy maybe. He was 6 yesterday. Yeah, Husky is putting in some solid work this season for sure. The big Infinite over here, I would say that we're probably not going to be able to compete over there. So I think we're going to play the Hella to the right. That way we have a better chance of our cards generating into these other 2 lanes. Make sure I activated the Hell Cow because I'm always paranoid about it. Hell Cow and then Hella, and then we send it.
Minions to me.
What a clean turn, just like TLSG's face. I feel like we're gonna hear a lot of that today. Come on, Infinite. Okay, Jubilee and Blink, that's maybe fine as well.
Minions to me.
Giganto, we need left. We need stuff to the left, my goodness. Okay, Magneto, that we already had that 1 lane 1. That is not a good stack at all. Oof. We had so many ways to win that one. but that was not one of them. Take the competition, Zombie Lemon. I feel like we're gonna just have a spree of variant or clean shaven or clean cut jokes the entire. What's up, big haircut? Welcome in, super duper. Hopefully you're having a super duper day. Can you show the deck? Oh my goodness. It took me like 4 games to realize I was on the wrong screen. Husky apologizes for forgetting to fist bump. Oh no, who? I definitely didn't take it personally.
Gotta run, hun.
How embarrassing. I know it's the haircut. It threw me off my game for sure. You look like TLSG's son. Where's your dad? My dad had to go to work today, and so I decided to just launch up a stream. Figured it can't be that hard. If he can do it well, figured I can too. So Huskies I figured the first person that I thought of when I saw the change to Hellcow was Husky, because hey Husky, aren't you streaming right now? Welcome in, Husky. Very good game. I'll give you a shout out. Are you streaming and popping into other streams at the same time?
Wind
There we go.
aid my hand.
So this is the best you ever, kid. All right, so sorry for my bad English. She said, help, I have 4 keys. I want to get Madam Web, but I already own both Eliath and Silk. If you just love movement decks, then I would say Madam Web is kind of like a Sebastian Shaw and Silver Surfer. Amazing in that one particular archetype. I feel like Madam Web has a little bit extra reach on top of that. But in general, that's mainly where you're going to end up seeing her at. So we could always... 4 cards in deck. I think we do something like Blade, Hellcow, Jubilee. We're gonna pull we're gonna pull everything into the mix here, and then we're just gonna hope that we pull Hella with the Jubilee. So I'm actually gonna Blade, Hella activate. I'm gonna do Jubilee to the left just in case they do something like a Cosmo here. At least they won't be able to stop the Jubilee in the left lane. I don't use movement decks. If you don't use movement for a bit. All right, so the big goose and then the Jean Grey coming into play. That's all right. We won't have any cards in our hand. You sound like TLSG, but you do not look like him. Who are you, and where did you get the TLSG voice changer? So I'm young TLSG. My dad had to go to work. He had to return back to office, so I took his place.
Minions to me.
Is the internet still dropping again? Did it sort out your internet? Meltdown. Is it still dropping pretty heavily? We should see a retreat here. I tried to get Eliath, but I got Madam Web. Then the Silk variant with my only 2 keys. Penultimate. Eliath is a good one to be able to pull, so it's unfortunate that you missed it. Hopefully it comes back around sometime soon. And then Show, welcome in. There's still some gray box in front of the right deck tracker. I don't know why. It was halfway on the other screen, and it's not working properly right now. With the patch, it broke it. So I'm keeping an eye out for whenever they push an update to it to be able to get the tracker back. So right now the opponent's one doesn't really tell us much. The new Hella deck seems nuts. It seems like silly consistent. And then Kyle, did Symbiote Spider-Man not work out in it? I think Symbiote Spider-Man is okay, but it falls to any kind of clutter, any kind of like the location that gives you Squirrel Central Park that gives you squirrels, or the opponent sends you like an Acid Arrow, a Goblin, or anything like that, then it really derails your ability to use Symbiote Spider-Man. I think he's fine, but I like the consistency that's provided with Hellcow. Because now we no longer have to worry about what gets discarded. We don't have to take that gamble with Corvus ever. Where's your awesome beard? I had to pour one out for the beard, unfortunately. I returned back to office, and so on Monday, and so I had to shave and clean up beforehand. He's not, yeah. My dad had to go to work, and so I'm here in his place. Hoping to get Madam Web in a future spotlight. Yeah, I think Madam Web she's very playable, but outside of a couple of like either control heavy builds or things that are similar in the shell, and mainly move. I don't think we see her just all over the place. She creates a lot of mind games for what she can do and where her cards will be placed. So I think we'll see her. I just don't think she's as flexible as like a White Widow that kind of slots into a lot of decks. Oh, the place TLSG has been kidnapped. I have to blink twice if I need help. So we could do Lady Sif double, Magneto Giganto, and then that allows us to do our blink rotation, which could accidentally hit Black Cat. Would be the only like whiff that it could do with that line. Or no, they can't lock us out of the game. So I'm gonna go with the Lady Sif. Having a shave because of return to office, yeah. And they didn't outright explicitly say I had to shave. I got a haircut, and it was shorter than what I expected. And with the big poofy thick beard, it just looked bad. It made my face look really like swollen. And so I decided to go ahead. So the cool thing we can do with Hellcow, Hella will trigger twice in this right lane. And so if we resummon Blade, we can, on the next time that Hella triggers, resummon something else that discards from the Blade. You have a current Spectrum deck? I don't have a current Spectrum deck. Blade first? Wait. We can't do both, right?
I'm coming for you.
I guess we could have done Blade and then Sif last time, yeah? So big Infinite in the right lane. They have the big Ebony Blade to the left, but hopefully that doesn't matter. Blink switching out the Lady Sif to something bigger in our death. We have the Infinite. No, it's too... Don't keep stacking in the right lane. But Magneto comes down. Hella's going to re-trigger, so we will resummon that Magneto. Pulling the Ghost Rider over. Yeah, we should have this, no problem. We don't have all three. We accidentally lose the left lane, but we'll take the other two. The Aeon, who are you? Where's TLSG? TLSG had to go to work. I decided to stay home and play video games. I returned to work. I returned to office on Monday, and so I had to clean up a bit. My Untapped isn't working. We just have to wait until they update it. So a lot of times patches will break Untapped. And so all we can do is wait for it to clear. You should have left it. They would have said, no way, you need to work from home. No, they would have been like write up or discipline if they didn't approve. And then Beat, welcome back in. Hopefully your date the other night went well. But no, I did get short hair, unfortunately. I don't think I could pull off a much shorter than this. The one time that I had shorter than this, I'm not a hat guy or a beanie guy, but the one time I had shorter than this, I wore beanies for like 2 months until it grew back. Office job, yeah. Office job, and they called for a return to work on Monday, and then today I called in sick. Oh, we'll see how long I can keep doing that. I have 18 days of sick time right now, so we'll see. Is Dracula a replacement for Blink? Dracula might be okay. Blink gives you that guarantee of pulling into Hella. Dracula gives you that extra ability to get power on the board, so I think it'd be fine. All right, let's go, Lady Sif. We've discarded our Death already. We've discarded Black Cat, and now either Infinite or Magneto. Blink rotation into Magneto is big. So taking away the Jubilee that they played. Husky says he will miss your beard. It's gonna come back. It doesn't. Thankfully, it doesn't take me too terribly long to grow. So I could do Jubilee. I could go ahead and Blink, rotate the Lady Sif, but I think I go Jubilee. If we miss Hela, then we go Blink next turn.
Opponent snapped.
Who could replace Black Cat? If you don't have Black Cat, I'd say because Black Cat is essentially just like a free discard for you. So you may go with another high power card, or you could try like a Dracula. You could try slotting in Swordmaster, which could be a guaranteed discard for like Luke Cage or Blink, and it's a high body that gets onto the board. And then yeah, Iron Lad would be what I would try over the Blink play. And then flopped, and no, the beard. Oh wait, I didn't lock in. I'm the problem here. Sounds like a good time for that beard sponsorship to get in and have you track growth. I mean, I'm all in. I'm all in for it. And then hey kids, did your father know you took his stream? He doesn't. I hid it from him. So we do pull the Hela. We have the lead over here for right now. We could Magneto pull these cards away. But how many have they discarded? They've discarded a load, right? Oh no, just 2? They may be retreating here. So we have Death, Infinite. A Blink would be a Giganto, yeah? Let's do Blink. I think that's our highest power. We don't really want the Magneto to pull these 2. So Infinite, Luke Cage, woof, would be tough.
Minions
Depending on where they resum that.
me.
All right, Death over there is fine. We do. We needed Infinite to not pop up in mid. That's all right. And so maybe the Red Hulk over the Giganto. I think he's typically going to be a little bit higher power. I'm trying to Hela list with Swordmaster and a couple of 5s. Cannonball. Wait, you took out Cage? I feel like Cage is so flexible. Oh no. Yeah. It's stacked in a good way for him. Since everyone is playing Hela, maybe today would be a good day to play Leech. I was thinking more in line with like playing like a Cosmo deck. Cosmo or even like Hawk stuff to shuffle the rocks into their deck. And maybe we see that shift a little bit once Arana comes out. I think Arana is going to be great for move, but I think she also has some cool applications in a couple of like buff decks, not necessarily like Silver Surfer or Brood like some people are thinking. I don't think she's going to be amazing there, but I think she's going to be very much playable though. So I'm excited. I have one deck that I have built out, and I went all in on the one deck because I think it's going to be that good. So the multiple man, they're going to have what, a Destroy in the Phoenix Force. You said it puts out so much power already. I think it's a fun twist. Back in beta days, there was somebody that used to run like a tech Hela list. So it ran things like Leader. It ran things like, of course, your Iron Man. I think it had Sandman, so that you could limit them on the last turn. Sandman wouldn't really be applicable now, but it was a really interesting take on it. I got cooked by it a couple of times. All right, so we have the Lady Sif. That's the only thing that we have to worry about for the Hela. So we should be safe to do a Jubilee. I think I'm going to Jubilee into the right lane. Drop's not working? I don't think drops are active right now, Ga. And then Nod. Yeah, with all of the like controlled levers, it becomes a pretty consistent version of a Hela deck for sure. And so Blink, right now it's Jubilee. We have Magneto, Giganto, Infinite, Hela. So the only thing that we would flip into would be a guaranteed death, which we already have quite a bit over there. Nothing discarded, unfortunately. So we just have to rely on like a big body. Let's go with the blink line. And then chaos on the YouTube side. Said clean shaved. Yeah. What's in the drops? There's not any drops that are running right now. Arana is perfect for Phoenix Force. Blues. That is what I have her built out for. I think she takes that. I think that along with Symbiote is crazy for that deck and that deck's consistency. I think it goes away from like the movement cards so much in like the Phoenix Force and much more into like the Nimrod. T-Dot, my alliance is active, but right now we have right now it's full. But if there are any spots that pop open, then I'll definitely post in my Discord. Yeah, I don't think we win the right lane, but I don't think we win the others. So an extra 8 here, 16, 24, 19, 20. Without having gotten anything to discard, we'll jump out of this one. Untapped is broken? Yeah, until they push an update. I think I don't know if others that use the tracker, I don't know if theirs are working yet. But as soon as the patch came, I think it broke it. I'm just waiting for like a download to get pushed for it. And so now it doesn't show like what cards we drew or what order. It just shows the deck list. And then before and after, Will, welcome back. Hopefully you're having a great one. You said, once again, your YouTube video led me straight here. Same deck. Right now it's the same deck for about 40 minutes. And then we have Arana that's releasing. I have 2 keys. And then I have a credit card if I don't pull it in 2 keys. So we'll see. Hopefully I don't have to dip into the credit card ultimate card line, but we'll see. And then I have a brew with her. And then Captain, is it Captain Pixie or Pixel? Because I always have an internal debate every time I see your name. But welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. And then Slipped Up, you said I'll be leaving the Alliance probably today. You're in my alliance, right, Slipped? He said, yes, the credit card, the most OP card in any game. It is the most OP card in any game. Guaranteed. All right, so we have the Hellcow. It discards 2 for us. Right now, for a Blink Flip, we have Death or Hella. No longer a potential for Hella. We don't want a Jubilee because that could pull into Blade. We don't want to Lady Sif. Really want a Hellcow either. 25% chance with the Lady Sif line. It's a 25% chance with Jubilee. We're gonna go Lady Sif. Just hope for the best. And then Oppress. Very excited for Arana. I'm very excited for Arana too. I'm not going to use her right away in move. Just move really isn't my... isn't really in my... I don't really enjoy move all that much. I feel like I'm too telegraphed with it, and that my opponent has the upper hand, knowing where the cards are going to end up. So there's a lot of thought that goes into each and every move or turn, and so then I end up like spinning my wheels for way too long. All right, let's go Hellcow activate. Let's play the Hella. And then Slipped. Oh, sorry. You just popped in a couple weeks ago, yeah?
To me.
But you're jumping into your friends? I can't fault you for jumping into another one. Just loaded his
To me.
CC at office today? My credit card? Oh yeah. Unfortunately, we do not stack well. Stacking is not going the way that I would hope. Like, we're running into people that are running essentially the same thing. We're just getting bodied. So maybe I take out Magneto for like Red Hulk. I think that's 2 times that Magneto stabbed us in the back. Let's take you out. I'm gonna put Red Hulk in. Like, it's definitely playable with the other. See if this ends up being any better. and then T Greenithy. And so if you pop over into the Discord, and the other guy that was asking as well, if you pop over into the Discord, I'll connect with you after stream to see what spots we have. Thoughts on Grandmaster for Luke Cage? So a lot of times our hand is pretty much empty by the end of the game.
Gotta run.
I almost missed the snooze. So you almost got mid game ads. I like the Luke Cage because with Hela now, when she resummons it, giving the -2 power to everything. Most of the time between our couple of discard cards, we can get most of our cards out of our hand. And so I don't think we necessarily need Grandmaster. You said Hela mirrors are really hard to watch. I hope this meta brings enough counterbalance. Yeah. I think there will be some ways, especially if, so similar to the Agatha deck, if it becomes too common, people will develop and start teching in things that specifically do well against that deck. And then T-Dop, you said that was you in the last match? You got us good. So we have a 1 out of 5 chance to pull into Blade, but I think we need to try to get like a Hell Cow or something going here. So I'm gonna go Jubilee into mid. Everyone else in the Arana waiting room? We are in the Arana waiting room. I'm enjoying the Hell Cow change, but I think if it's every match it ends up being that mirror, I think it gets old pretty fast. And then Wrathchild, thank you for I'm not going to the casino after stream today, by the way. We are getting absolutely demolished with the RNG. Oh, it was you. Sorry, T-Dot. It was you asking about the alliances. And then Laka, you said, yeah, I stayed because it was you. I thought I lost. And then Drew, he said, wait, TLSG, your beard. Yeah, the beard is gone, unfortunately. November, though. I'll do a no shave November. Hopefully I'm not at the office anymore and I can just let it grow as long as I want. He said I'm junking, but lost 8 cubes on climb. This horrible deck you're showcasing. Meltdown Kid, I apologize. With junk, you could probably steal some pretty easy wins with junk, I would imagine. Being able to clutter up their lane so they don't have space to resummon. Rest in peace to TLSG's beard. Yeah.
This land can never be fully known.
And then Mr. Carrier, with the resub with your Prime, launching us into the first hype train of the day. The Pixel variant of Prime subs. I appreciate you being here, Mr. Carrier. So they don't have our Hela. So we don't have to worry about them having drawn into that.
Gotta run, hun. Gotta run, hun.
I'll step out. See you soon. Gato. Good luck, Scotto. He looks a good 10 years younger. Like teenager younger. I also don't get like weird vibes whenever I'm with my daughter at like the park. Versus before, people kind of looked at me like I was a predator. Replacement for Blink. I don't think there's a great replacement, but you might try Iron Lad. So our hand is awful. Maybe they got all of our discard cards. All right, we can Jubilee into Blink. Right now, we don't have to worry about Blade, because that would hit Luke Cage. Let's go with this. They're also not playing much. And then Afro, congratulations. You played Agatha? That's huge. Agatha is in the best spot she's ever been at right now. All right, so we can Jubilee flip, see if we have another 6-cost card in deck. They do have Hell Cow, which is super unfortunate. We've only discarded Black Cat. And we're not going to be able to rotate into another. So maybe they snapped because they had all of our discard components. Why is Cage in the deck? So when Hela resummons, she gives all of your cards that you resummon -2. And so she's a low enough card that we can, or Luke Cage is a low enough card that we can typically curve into it pretty easily. I don't think we lose. I don't think we win this one. They have Hellcow activate. They've lost their Jubilee, their Black Cat. It's for 4. I'm going to go ahead and stay it.
Minions to me.
All right, so the one resummon going in the right is not what we wanted to see. They have their Hela, hopefully Jubilee.
Minions to me.
Okay. Huge. Huge, huge stacking order. We got incredibly lucky. Well, if you're not a Hela player, you may have not have seen or noticed the -2. Skada, I got so incredibly lucky. We're with that. We're gonna run to a quick ad break. It looks like they're about to trigger, and then we'll jump into another one in just a moment. Don't go anywhere. Skada, you absolutely got robbed there. I did not mean to pick your pocket, but we absolutely did. All right, and so we'll wait just a second, and then we'll jump into the next one. Said that's the second 4 in a row like that. Ooh, that's tough. And the thing that I have to remind myself is that with a deck like this, you're playing your odds and playing your out. You had so many odds to win that one, and so more often than not, it'll swing your way. And so it's hard to lose several whenever it should have flipped the other way. But try not to let it make you start playing more aggressively than you normally would. 'Cause sometimes that happens to me. I lose a big one and I just like kind of get mad and I snap a lot more aggressively than I do in most games. Meltdown, you said watch Arsham when you see it draw better than you. I feel like Arsham has gotten much more manageable than it was before. Like I don't see it being a huge issue. It looks like we're going against another Hela mirror match, which is I think gonna be the large majority of what we see today. So Jubilee, if she pulls into like a Hellcow, that's fine. If she pulls into Lady Sif, that hits our death. And Blade is in hand, so we don't have to worry about accidentally getting rid of our Hela. And then Upleamer, who is this person? Yeah, we got a fresh haircut, fresh shave. I returned to office on Monday. Oof. That is unfortunate. Nightshade, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one.
Victory.
And then Blizzy said, I don't care what anyone says. I hate Arsham. Arsham can be very frustrating, but it is far away from what it was when it was released. Having a game where it felt like you were going against like 3 blobs every single game and they had their counter cards when needed, just felt awful. And so I think it's much better, in a much better state. Sometimes it still pulls those crazy wins, but most of the time it's manageable. What's the win rate looking like on this one? So I was running it earlier. It was mid 60s. I think I've maybe lost a few more than I've won since being on stream, but we're still we're at 58 over 23 games. And I think a couple of those could have been coin flips back in our favor. And so it's still, for a Hela deck right now, one of the best performing Hela decks that I've seen. Now, if it becomes too common, like right now we're facing a lot of mirror matches. If it becomes too common, then I think that will skew kind of the data and metrics, though. Zahn, he said he's trying out for America's Next Top Model. America's Next Top Dad Bod is what I'm trying out for. And then M, welcome in. Cranky Pancake, welcome in as well. Hopefully you guys are having a fantastic day. Let's go with Lady Sif. Start our discard cards. What did they discard? Black Cat and Infinite. So that was big from the Blade. We lost our Infinite as well, which is great. And then we have our Hell Cow to stage. Next turn, depending on what we draw into, we might do like a Blade Jubilee. And then Cranky Pancake, thank you so much for the resubbing for 1 month as a tier 1. And for the 3 months. I hope you have a hella good stream. I appreciate you, Cranky Pancake. All right, so we do have Blink now. Would we rather Blink it than Blink the Hell Cow? Because we could Jubilee pull a card. We can always do Blade, discard to Jubilee. Then it comes down to whatever we pull next turn. I guess nothing would pull into Grand Central. I kind of like the Blink. We're going to go Blink. We want to activate first. Activate Blink. That's going to discard 2 of these, and then we'll see what happens from there. Don't play Ghost Spider Bounce. What's bugged with Ghost Spider right now? Ooh, we lost the exact cards that we would need to lose. So some huge value. That right lane is a little bit too stacked. So Jubilee into the Hella. Infinite, Black Cat. Jubilee coming into play. Let's see what we pull. Huge Black Cat. And huge Death, yeah. Yeah, we should be fine. We get the Hell Cow back again. Let's go ahead and throw them both in. We'll see the retreat coming down. Is Hell Cow cooking? Hell Cow is crazy now. Being able to have that control lever of when those discards happen. So it's the same thing that happened for like Blade. Blade being that random target was so difficult for him. Once he switched over to the rightmost card, the applications were endless because you have a lot more control of when and what gets discarded. So it becomes a lot more consistent. Same thing. You lost 20 since you... Skada. It's rough. So we do have Hella. We have Black Cat. And then Uplamer, good games. She didn't pull the last card played if bounced. Really? When looking in the mirror, do you feel like you're in your 20s again? So I definitely feel like it ages me backwards. My daughter was super excited. I don't think she liked the thick beard, and so she was super excited whenever I cut it. So the snap with Silver Sable and mid is interesting. Maybe because they know that we're running a Hella deck, that we don't have any control over where those cards go. It's an Agatha deck though, and so them getting a discard on Agatha into playing that Blade on 4 into Krakoa will be deadly. Lady Sif. Yeah. The Krakoa lane becomes really tough for us to win. Almost clicked on the stream because I was confused. Clicked off. Apollo, you're like, who is this guy? Want to have just a small, like, stubble? I like what's face. Yeah, she gets frustrated whenever it gets kind of stubbly. She says it hurts. So we win mid. It's just a matter of can we win the other. I don't think we really can. My daughter's both freaked out when I cut off my
All
beard.
systems go.
So now mid is back in play.
All systems go.
But we really don't have a
All systems go.
good line. Legion play, yeah. Yeah, the Legion play. I'm going to retreat out of this one. We didn't get enough development early. Only having the Blade discard and then the Black Cat. What's your wife's opinion? She likes the little bit scruffier beard. So she was sad that I had to shave it. Yeah, you guys, but I missed both your call outs, but you guys both called Legion, the Legion line. And then Surreal said, "Whoa, you're looking fresh." I had to return to office, so I had to clean up and go back to corporate mode, unfortunately.
Gotta run.
So what's the final verdict on Madam Web? He's, I think, core in either small movement engines or other, like either like a lockdown list. But with
Gotta
War
run.
Machine being around, it's not as potent. She could help you out in like Professor X Storm style builds, but none of those are huge. They're not super flexible right now or super relevant. Or want to spend keys on Madam Web. I'm going to Jubilee, and there's a chance that we pull into Hela, and then we'll be sad. He green of the... I hate that you have to say it as well, but it is one of those things that you have to say. I understand. All right. This is not bad. The only bad thing about this is that it locks us into this lane, but at the same time, we get extra energy. Do we really need extra energy, though? Or would we rather just throw right to let Stark Tower do its thing? I don't think we need the extra energy. I'm going to push into Stark Tower instead. Title should include corporate mode activated. Web Lockjaw? I like the idea of Web Lockjaw, but I just haven't been able to get it pop like it needs to. You have another good reason to convince your wife? I'm working on it. I'm working on it really heavily. with like the return to work and everything, it's been a challenge. And so now more than ever, I want to make the leap. Definitely considering it. Looking clean. Space Wax, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one. Snap also. Yeah, I probably should have snapped. We have quite a bit of reach in our Hell Cow to act this card, the Giganto, the Blink. And then that's going to rotate our Lady Sif if we have anything left in our deck that's bigger than 3. So let's go Hela into mid. I always have to make sure that's activated. I made the mistake like twice, and now I have PTSD. And then Waffle, who are you, and what have you? What has happened to TLSG? I'm TLSG's son. TLSG had to go back to work. All right, so nothing to pull into. We're just gonna have to hope that our raw power output is more than what theirs is. Lady Sif is not a huge discard for him. Lady Sif in mid is good. We just need something else not huge in mid.
We are the future.
At Hulk right. Then Black Cat. Should be good. Swin, welcome in. Pancake said looking very dapper. I appreciate you, Pancake. Very different than... Wait, did we lose that one? No, we won. I guess it's just the visual bug showing that we went up in rank instead of down. Next we have Perry. In about 20 minutes, we'll switch over to Arana, and I think she's going to be really good in the deck that I ended up brewing for. So I think she's going to be I think she's going to be core in a couple of decks outside of move, and then I think she's also going to be really strong in movement decks as well. Said, oh no, Hela's going to come back. It does look like Hela might come back. What do you think about Aranya? She can be used in other decks than move. I think so. I think there's 2 decks that I think she'll make her way into outside of move. And that's just off of like off of my like gut impression on it. So like it could end up that we test it out, play around with it, and it's even better than that. But my gut says really great in move, and then really good in a couple of those other archetypes. What's the final verdict on Madam Web? If you already have Alliath and Silk and you don't just love move, I'd say probably not. I'd say it's probably a skippable card. Arania is pre-nerf Forge, but only once. To a degree. I don't... And I want to see if maybe it's been asked, but I feel like her power-up happens after the on reveals. So like a... So like a brood. I think it would generate the 2 extra broodlings at 2 power, and then it would get it buffed up. That's the way that my gut tells me it works, but let's see. All right, so this is a little unfortunate. We have the Mindscape location. Let's go ahead and discard with Hellcow. We are hoping to discard our Hella. The one and only time I've ever wanted to discard that card. Let's see if we can make it happen. Jeez. So Jubilee on him into Black Cat. Oh, come on, Hella. Oh, no. Do you think Arania's +2 power will be too much or good for her? I think it'll be good. I'm coping, but I want to try Arania plus Spider-Man 2099. I think it definitely helps Spider-Man 2099's reach, but his biggest issue is, one, his cost being 5. He comes down so late in the game when... typically you could be dropping like multiple cards and then bouncing them back in, or something else. And the card that he destroys is random, and so you don't have that guaranteed input. So similar to like a Cersei, since you don't know what it's gonna come out to, it's hard to like snap and stay or retreat appropriately. I think it'll be fun. Like, it's definitely gonna cook some people, but I think it's tougher to do. At 4 cost, yeah. At 4 cost, I think he's much more able to fit in much easier than at 5. You said, speaking of discard, where's my boy Swordmaster? In this version of the deck, all Swordmaster would target would be Blink and Blink, Blade, and Luke Cage. And so we ended up dropping your boy. They should make him target the highest cost card, or highest cost or highest power. Either way, I think it gives agency on knowing when and where you want to move or position your cards. And then Just EGA, young man, did your dad lend you the stream? No, he went to work and he left his computer unlocked. And so I jumped in and took over. Okay, so we have the Blade to discard Death, or we have Blade Sif to discard Death. As long as they don't have a Cosmo, we can always hide Hella into the left lane. I had to sprint to Twitch after seeing your video to say nice haircut. Looking good without the beard. Jeezy, thank you so much for joining. I feel like our viewership is going to be through the roof compared to normal, just with people wanting to mention the clean cut. But I appreciate you being here. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. Now, the only thing we fall to here would be War Machine and then Legion.
Oh, snap.
Are you reading both YouTube and Twitch chats? Yeah, I'm trying to. YouTube usually slips through a little bit longer, but I always end up catching back up. And then Rio, welcome in as well on the YouTube side. Eddie, tragic. Yeah. Tragic, but it had to happen. And then any potential for Galactus with Arania? Maybe. I think Galactus's biggest issue is that most of the decks, like, it's great whenever someone first brews one, but once it becomes a known thing, it's a lot easier for the opponent to just spread out power across the board, or stack it where they know that the card is going to come down at. So we could Jubilee. We've already dropped Blade, Lady Sif, Hellcow. We don't have to worry about anything bad. So I'm going to go Jubilee. Hope that they don't have Legion. If they do, then we run away. The bro's attention span and multitask off the charts. I do perform notably worse most of the time on stream. Alright, snap back. They're French a lot. They snapped? Yeah. Yeah, if they snapped, I think we bounce out of it. Unfortunately. And then Hefty Messiah, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great week so far. I returned to office yesterday, and it was bad. A whole bunch of people just like, yeah, or like the leadership, like, yeah, you know, return to work or return to office stinks, but at least we get to see each other now. And you could tell that nobody wanted to be there. So definitely was a vibe yesterday. So you're doing your best to tank his tank whose MMR? Not sure. Are you talking about my MMR Flash? If so, we hit a bad spurt. We were running solid at like mid 60s. We've hit a little bit of a bad streak, but we'll return it. Ooh, no, I didn't see. So Amazon made a decision to return to office on all 5 days of the week. So that's what mine did too. Well, that's what ours did. It wasn't any kind of hybrid. It went from fully remote to in office 5 days a week. So I got sick the second day. The guy with the beard. Oh, okay, Flash. I'm with you now. Yeah, I'm I'm trying to tank his MMR before he gets back. So we can go Hellcow. We have the blade right now. It's a good hit with Red Hulk, but I think we go. I feel like we go Hellcow instead. Nah, we'll just go blade. And then Boosty, welcome in. I'm not sure how long the hype emote is going to be around. Because after a certain amount of time, is it a year that they rotate them away? If so, I'll be sad. I'm not sure what emote you're gonna use if that one ever goes away. And then Handsome Spaceman said, "Hair, yeah, we have the hair. The hair is now gone. Let's lock Hellcow into the right lane. Magneto's not great. We want to stack our big cards. That's why I was playing away from the Nexus. But all right, so Luke Cage is not it. We go Hellcow, Blink rotation, and then hope for the best. We need like an Infinite or something big stacked over here.
Are ye worthy?
Wait, Odin? From Emperor Hulkling onto the Blink. You said you've just destroyed my... So, Boosty, I don't actually know. I saw Extra Emily, the one that made or is the face of the emote. I saw a post from her. I think it was last night when I was getting ready for bed.
Victory.
That it's been just around a year from when TwitchCon happened. And that she doesn't know if it's going to stay. So hopefully I didn't dash your dreams. We did get the good upside of the Infinite staging into the right, so we got really lucky there. Perfect stack, yeah. Yeah, we got very lucky with the stack. Why Luke Cage? So with Hela, all of your cards that she resummons have -2 power. So the reason that Luke Cage slots in and is good in this space is it's low enough curve that you can play it early to protect those cards that Hela later resummons. Or if it gets discarded, then it's going to protect you from about 10 power of reduction. And so it helps with making sure that your power is, you get the full amount of the power. Ace, I did get a haircut. We did a major haircut. It was like when I went in and I told her how I normally get it cut. She said, "That's a big change. Are you sure?" So I said, "Yeah, it's been long overdue." Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely pizza. And then Salius, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great day so far. We're just a couple of minutes away from Arana, and I think she's going to be solid in several builds. I have one in particular in mind that I'm pushing towards. Said only knock on Luke is Hella often wins big or flops. Yeah, but with some of the changes, honestly, I think the flops of Hella are so much less consistent. Because we were able to really have control on when and how cards get discarded.
Victory.
And so it's no longer like a random. And then with Blink, we can guarantee that we flip out like the Hell Cow into the Hella if we didn't draw it. And so it's almost every game we can make sure that we can get Hella down. I shaved my beard last spring and my daughter hated it. So screw, my daughter was on the opposite side of it. She was giddy when I came home and had the haircut and the beard shaved. So I went and got it cut, then came home and it made my face look poofy with the big thick beard. So I shaved it, and then I told her that when I went to the barber, the hair cutting place, I told him that I wanted my hair cut, and they cut all of my hair. But she was giddy; she loved it. Cannot wait to unleash Shadow King to mess with move players, because yeah, I'm not. That's why I'm not going the direction of move with Arana. I think there's two other archetypes that she'll be significantly, like, especially strong in. And then Sleepless Art Punk, welcome in. Who is his baby? Looks like a whole new person. Yeah, it's corporate TLSG. I kind of wish they made Swordmaster the activate instead of Hellcow. Yeah. I mean, I like the Hellcow. It definitely increases and improves the reach dramatically. I play Black Knight instead of Red Hulk. So I'm actually not real big on the Black Knight, because with that one, sometimes you'll get a good turn 4 play, but between Jubilee, Hellcow, or our discard cards, I don't feel like it's absolutely. And then Young FB, I'm absolutely. And then Young FB, I'm not sure if I read it or not. Did my stream die? Are we still live? Are we back? Yeah, but this is so sad story. Refresh. Yeah, we're back. We're back. Died for a few seconds. So sad story. Last time, and part of the reason for like the gap in streams a little bit. So the last time I streamed when drops started, so the day of drops, I got the biggest raid I've ever had in my life. Alex raided us with a little over 3,000 viewers, and I was holding around 2,300. And I was gonna do that was like 30 minutes into the stream. I was gonna do another like 6-7 hours, and then the stream kept dropping like that. And so when it drops like that, the viewership like just plummets as well.
Minions.
And so I lost the big raid, and I called the ISP. I got a new modem. They told me that was the issue and that it would fix it, but it seems like it is still an issue.
Minions to me.
YouTube's working. And then Asher, you said, I want to say sorry in advance for all the people bragging on you for your haircut. You look great with or without the beard. I appreciate it, Astrid. An unfortunate stack here as well, and so we do end up losing this one. Is it gone again? If it dips again, then I don't think I'll be able to stream today. Shindig Cage, thank you so much for the resubbing for 19 months as a tier 1 sub. I appreciate you for 19 months. Just a minor stutter. Hopefully it fixes. was grabbing a screenshot of the contribution before it resets and goes away. We got shaved TLSG before GTA 5. We sure did. YouTube seemed to stutter a bit. It was really bad on Twitch. YouTube seemed to make it smoother. Yeah. If it continues like stuttering or dropping, then I'll call the internet company again. But it's Xfinity, which is notorious for being bad, but they're really the only major one in the area running fiber, other than like no-name offshoots.
Gotta run, hun.
Had internet issues, and it was the connection at the
Gotta
telephone
run,
pole.
hun.
The change of heat was expanding back the wire and messing with my connection. Arana is live. Wait, it should be another minute, right? I guess we speed through this game then. And then stinky movement. Welcome in. Thank you so much for the Prime sub. It looks like it is gonna run ads once again, and so I'm gonna run the quick set of ads, and that way we're back when Arana launches. And so we'll be right back. You guys don't go anywhere. I appreciate you being here. All right, so Lady Sif, let's go with the Jubilee. Try to blitz through it, because I may have to drop some money to get Arana. We missed you when you were away. I missed streaming. I missed being here, and I'm trying my best to be able to justify it. They have me that my job returned to office, and so doing like mid workday streams will be a little bit tougher.
We are the future.
YouTube has had a weird stutter, but it's been happening to other people too. I was in Jeff's stream. Oh, okay. I was doing it off and on. We could rotate the...
Opponent snapped.
Luke Cage. We have the big Red Hulk that we can just play. Right now we've only discarded 2 cards though. I think I'm just going to play out the Blink for the Red Hulk. You're going to use keys? Yeah, I'm going to use some keys. I have 2 right now. See if it holds. We'll see if it holds up though. All right, let's go Hell on the left. We want our resummons to go into the other lanes.
Minions to me.
Perfect. Would have been better. All right, so the Blade and the Hella resummon. We need
To me.
so incredibly close, but we're able to pull out the 4.
Victory.
They're clean shaven TLSG. Relivar, welcome in. New card has touched down. All right, let's go ahead and see if we can pull it. See if we can pull Arana with our 2 keys. Usually they release a bundle on new card day just in case. Yeah, so the Sarah. Just in case people don't quite have enough, they have means to spend to be able to get it. We have login rewards for a couple of borders and a mystery variant and idol. Nice. You had to use 4 of your 5 keys. Oh, that's not good. Hopefully I'm on the flip side of that because I only have 2. But I do have the ultimate card, the credit card, if needed. We just hope to not have to need it. And then Blue Phoenix, I don't think I
welcome. It
caught
took you long
yours.
enough.
Blue Phoenix C, thank you so much for 1 month at a tier 1. I appreciate you. We'll take it. We'll take the 1 and done. Last week it took me, I think, 4 keys. And so it's just the flip side. It evened itself out. But huge. We didn't have to pull out the... the ultimate card, the credit card. All right, let's go ahead and slot this in. And so in this version, I've been cleaning up pretty well with Phoenix Force. I liked the Magic Edition to be able to do like cheeky stuff like Venom into Arnim Zola. But I think without it, we would be fine as well. And I think she helps the high roll of the multiple man Venom, or not the multiple man, the Nimrod, or the symbiote Spider-Man quite a bit. And so that's what we're gonna throw her into first. I think this and Destroy are really good homes for her. All right, I still don't think Untapped is updated. I'm gonna close it and pull it back up. If not, then we might we might have another video that doesn't have it. With the fresh haircut, I appreciate you. I had to go back into corporate mode, unfortunately. All right, first up we have Yafi. We have the Phoenix Force line, which with this deck is now more of a like backup line, with the consistency that thank you, Wolverine, every time, with the consistency that symbiote Spider-Man. Ooh, can get the multiple man down, but I still kind of like maybe even Nico next turn multiple man. Maybe we still don't go Phoenix Force line. I'm gonna snap into it because Venom into Bar Sinister can be deadly, being able to destroy itself multiple times. Blue Phoenix, big fan. TLSG, love your videos in your deck builds. I did use Kang. We went back in time.
Victory.
And so I'm just a TLSG variant. Do Alliance top 3 contributors get more rewards? I think they're just there to highlight those that put in the grind the previous week. So 100% Arana win rate deck. You saw it here first. I did see that there were borders for tokens in the shop, but they're super expensive, like 1,000. So even if they're exclusive to tokens, I'm never going to be spending on it. Lee, yeah, it does look like the patch messed up Untapped, unfortunately. They'll get it back. They'll get it back soon. It's just not yet. All right. First up, we have Lakai. The first location, Atlantis. Monster Island coming in next. We have the multiple man into Deathlock. If we decide to go that line, I'm going to go ahead and stage it. This deck, I think, starts leaning away from the multiple man and the movement stuff into more consistently doing like your Nimrod into the destroy stuff. I feel like it is a little bit more consistent than the other direction. But just in case, I am still going to go ahead and destroy. Phoenix Force with no Torch. Yeah, Torch ends up being way too much of a glass cannon for me. So both Shadow King, Shang-Chi, Killmonger, all of those being able to target the Phoenix Force just ended up feeling not great. And so we are going against Helideck. We have the Phoenix Force, which is nice. Arana, unfortunately, we didn't have the extra energy until a touch too late. But we can go Phoenix Force, Symbiote Spider-Man merge. And then maybe we move it, drop like an Arnhem Zola. Could be a direction we go with. So Symbiote Spider-Man being a gigantic multiple man. Since this looks like a Helideck, we don't have to worry about those counter tools or counter components. Oh, I forgot it doesn't allow him to move. Woof. Go ahead and activate her just because. I don't think we win this one. Yeah, we probably shouldn't stay. They've discarded one card, 2 more with Hellcow.
Victory.
I'm guessing they didn't have a way to get Hella down. Take it. Hooked in like a baby now. I'll take it. I'll absolutely take it. It's a huge transition from like the big, huge beard to fully clean shaven. Why can't symbiote merge? I don't know if it's intended or if it's a glitch, but since it becomes symbiote and not the Phoenix Force card, you can't move it. And I forgot that direction was a thing.
Gotta run, hun.
But next up we have Hatsune Miku. First location Gamma Lab. We could throw Nico there pretty easily. Got Red Guardian with my only key. Red Guardian's not bad, but it's not the new card by any means. So Sokovia helps them out by discarding their Death. We have Carnage. I'm just gonna hold off. We can go Symbiote. This deck leans really heavily onto the Nimrod line, and being able to do our big plays that we want to do with like the Nimrod. Said Hatsune Miku. I murdered the pronunciation. So maybe the Nimrod line isn't it. I know that we've only played a handful. We haven't drawn the Nimrod, so then that becomes kind of tough. Going into turn 6, maybe I liked Magic a little bit more than I thought I did.
Escaped.
I missed it. How many keys did it take? We were a one tapper this week. We got it in one. Ooh, let me grab some bounties. That streamer luck. I pulled him in one, but then, or pulled her in one, but then haven't been able to do much since then. And so next up we have Kuraga. We do get Arana, and so we can go ahead and play her out early, stager for whenever we need her. Silver Sable is big. Hopefully it's not the Nimrod. Connet Embassy is not awful. Okay, so the Deathlock. Deathlock's fine. Let's go Nimrod so we get the extra card draw from the Abbey. And then bought it. She said, "Oh wait, I just noticed the lack of beardage." Yeah, unfortunately, we had to nix the beard. All right, so this one is looking like a really solid line. I'm gonna go ahead and snap into it because we have
Victory.
Shuri into Aranya activate into Nimrod, which moves and gets the +2, and then we just destroy it over and over. He said the beard arc has ended, you guys, at least for now. It may just be a temporary thing. I had to go back into corporate mode because I had to return to office on Monday. I just called in sick today. And then Defenda, you said thoughts on Scarlet Spider. I'm excited for Scarlet Spider. I think that there will be a couple of cool ways to maneuver him, but I think it has the same drawbacks as like a Black Panther. All we were missing was a Zola. Didn't even need that. Yeah, we didn't even need it. We had the double destroy, which would have been big. All right, next up we have Joe Go. We do have the symbiote Spider-Man into Nimrod line. And so honestly, we don't really need to play anything until that point. You sound sick today? Very much sick, Dagger. Does Rana give the +2 if the card doesn't move? That's a good question. I don't know for sure. And so we could also... Yeah. No, I think it's going to be the symbiote Spider-Man, Nimrod, merge into double destroy. And then depending on where their power lies, we could potentially go Destroyer instead. go ahead and do the merge now, just in case they have any kind of clutter that they're looking to send our way. With Hawk being in the left. Oh, wait a minute. We have to look out for Cosmo, yeah? Like, a Cosmo here would be awful. So I think I'm just going to Destroyer left. Move the Nimrod here and here. To dodge the potential Cosmo line.
Opponent snapped.
I guess nobody knows you're streaming at work? No. Nope. None of them have, like, the shared or joint interests. Alright, so the Iron Lad, so not Cosmo. Okay, well, that works too. Wait, no, it's fine. We'll take that as well. Not the way you want to see 4 cubes come in, but absolutely we'll take the 4 cubes. Let's jump over into the next one. I thought for sure he was Cosmoing right too. The armor was also a good detriment to it. I'm glad that the Destroyer was enough to beat their Hawk, though. And so did the stream balance out after it dipped away, or is it still I can't even look at the bitrate on OBS because I see it plunge so much. So it's still stuttering, you guys, right? All right, so next up we have Jeff. The first location is the Sacred Timeline. We have the Multiple Man, we have Destroy, we have the Phoenix Force line. We could even do Shuri into Phoenix Force if we wanted to. Let's go Multiple Man to the left. Randomly stutters. All right, I'll call the ISP again because I've been doing that a little bit too consistently. All right, let's go ahead and Deathlock. I think from there, unless we draw, no, even if we draw Arana, we wouldn't be able to stage it. Droopy, you said I can't remember the last time I one-tapped. Oof, Droopy fool. I apologize. We got lucky and one-tapped today. So we could Phoenix Force. And then we have the 8-power Multiple Man that can start spreading around. I think we go ahead and do it. Getting it down a turn earlier is usually pretty nice. Because it really starts helping that ability to elevate his power and presence across the board. Okay, they have the Ghost Spider that they're bouncing back in. I heard that there's some kind of bug with it. Let's see what happens. All right, let's go Multiple Man. The left, and then maybe it's like Nimrod. We can always destroy the Nimrod next turn if we have space. Get even more power spread. Who are you? Where's TLSG? TLSG's at work. He left his computer unlocked, and so I took over. I skipped school today. All right, let's see what they drop on us. Ghost Spider moving the Human Torch, and then Raider Bangers. Thank you so much for the Prime sub and the support. I appreciate you. So Ghost Spider is bugged. She didn't pull anything, and she should have. So definitely holding down the Arana on him. But we can... Multiple Man moves here. No. Multiple Man into... I don't even think we go Carnage. I think it becomes like an Arnhem Zola and just see what it hits. Hopefully not the Ninja. I guess we could move the Ninja over into Jotunheim. It's bug with Beast. Iranian seems challenging to play. You have to be able to draw her early. She's not going to be like a Ghost Spider or Iron Fist. And so while I think that this is a good spot for her, and I think Destroy will be a decent spot for her as well, maybe it doesn't showcase her in the best way. Wait, that just makes us have a weak right lane.
I see.
Maybe it's fine. Yeah, no, it's good. It can take the mid. We'll take left and we'll take right.
Victory.
Who is this guy and what did you do with TLSG? Il, welcome in. Hopefully you're having a great one so far. I'm going to try this one a few more times. I think Phoenix Force is in a fine spot. I was enjoying running it last night. But I'm not sure that... So Arana... We'll see. We'll see how often. You really want to draw early with this deck, because past turn, like, 2, your curve is pretty typically spoken for. Timed all into Lost Classic, yeah. Yep, that's why I don't like move or running move. I just feel like whatever I end up choosing ends up being the wrong direction to go. Yeah, it's my alter ego, GSLT. So the monster comes down. We have Carnage. We have the Shuri. So if we draw Nimrod by 5, perfect. Maybe Magic was doing more heavy, or maybe I was just getting really lucky with my draws. All right, let's go Arana. Arana into Shuri into Activate plus Nimrod. Could be amazing. Looking fresh. Thank you, Lones. Thank you for being here. I like the Symbiote Spider-Man a bit better, I think, than the Shuri. Less restrictive. We can play whatever we want over there, and it's fine. So the Lizard ability is gone. Doesn't hurt our Arana. It moves to the right, yeah. Had we played anywhere else, would it have been different? I guess we could move it, have a 3-power one here. You can always do the merge. Arana, it's not going to get the move, though, because we're playing in the right lane. And then into the merge. Then something like a Venom. And then we'll just push the Venom into left and mid. Dexter's wedding shoes. TLSG must regret shaving every 2 minutes. Someone says, what did you do with TLSG? I had to shave. I returned back to office on Monday, or yesterday. And so I definitely had to shave. As unfortunate as it is. So we can Arnim Zola. We could throw just a Phoenix Force, which would resummon Symbiote Spider-Man. But then our other lanes aren't super strong. Yeah, actually, that's really weak in the left lane, yeah? With the ninja. We'll just hope for the best. We're not going to hope for the best. We'll jump out of that one. Maybe we brew up something a little bit different. Want to activate Arana, play multiple man mid? Just because it would take up space here. And then Mike Dot, you said, "Hey TLSG, you were in one of my dreams last night, and in it you got a haircut." It's a little it's a little bit scary, Mike Dot. He said this is the one of the weirdest moments of the year for me. Granted, it was a KM Best type haircut, but still, you weren't far off, Mike Dot. Johnson, fresh cut. Thank you for being in here. Much shorter than what I normally end up going with. And then Nightshade with the hydrate reminder. I appreciate you. All right, so next up we have Pow. We have the multiple man, the Phoenix Force line, and we have Symbiote Spider-Man, which is not good after Phoenix Force, but before it actually may not be great. Let's go multiple man, and then we'll destroy it. Did you mention earlier on stream you were getting a haircut? I didn't. I didn't mention it until it happened. All right, let's go Carnage. Destroy the multiple man. We'll play Phoenix Force. And I think it's typically the ability for him to spread is typically enough to win in most games, even if we don't end up having the Nimrod line. And then Waterboy with the emote only chat, launching it in for 2 minutes. If you merge Symbiote with Multiple Man, do you Phoenix Force the combo? I don't think so, because I think Phoenix Force revives Symbiote. So typically, what I like to do is like Symbiote, Spider-Man, Nimrod, or just like the Phoenix Force to spread the 8 power Multiple Man across the board. Oh, in the emote only chat, what does your wife think of the young variant? My wife likes the beard and like just scruffier look a little bit better. So we will be right back in 2 minutes with the emote only chat. Enjoy, you guys. Arana on the board when Phoenix Force came down would have been great. We can move the Multiple Man. We don't want to Symbiote Spider-Man any of them. Hold on. We move Multiple Man, play Nico, play Venom, and we get a copy of the like 17 power Venom or whatever it ends up being. Oh, never mind. Not 17 power because Atlantis had pushed in. We still get the original Multiple Man to move around, so we can still maneuver that one. But we have a big Venom on top of it. Oh, wait. More than, I guess a little bit less than 17. It was just 15. 15 is still really solid. So Symbiote with Blade and Hellcow, so they're going to be able to discard as much or as much as they want, honestly. Multiple Man. Move mid. I think we just stack in 2. So Multiple Man move left. Venom. Vibranium. Vibranium. For giggles, Arana. We'll see. I assume that they have the Hellcow that gets the discard pretty easily. They have Symbiote Spider-Man merging with Blade, and so their hand is definitely going to be gone. Just a matter of if we can outpower wherever their cards stack. Mora and an Arrow. Interesting version of the Hella Resummon build. Spider-Woman.
Minions to
Scary.
me.
Nico, okay, Spider-Woman in mid is fine. The Arrow, no space for it to pull our card. That could have been really scary. Not a good Arana game, but a good cube game nonetheless. With the Phoenix Force being able to just put a good amount of power on the board. Then we'll free you guys from the emote only chat. Go ahead, and it's been just around 2 minutes. And then I'm a knight. We see TLSG with the fresh cut. We suppressed the variant comments. Yeah, it's a TLSG variant. Calibrex, you said your YouTube Hella video said to pause the video and come watch you stream. It did indeed. And hopefully we don't have too much stuttering. It completely dropped a little bit earlier. And so hopefully that doesn't happen again. And then Mike, he said, did your work mandate that you get a haircut and shave? So they didn't mandate it, but I went to get a haircut because it had been long overdue. And then with the shorter hair, the big poofy beard made my face look like swollen. And so yeah. And so I shaved because it looked bad with the haircut. And then Thrill Ho, thank you so much for resubbing with Prime for 3 months. And then T Greenethy, let me cook with the emote only chat. All right, we have Arana. We're gonna go ahead and play it on 2. We can activate it for the Nimrod, hopefully Shuri into Nimrod, and then activate the Arana. The Phoenix Force line is not the direction we're going with this game. Let's go ahead and skip. And we have the 2 potential outs to help with our Nimrod line. We have the Shuri and the Symbiote Spider-Man. The Acid Arrow, Nebula, and Grapple Arrow all on the right lane are a little bit scary. That is not what we want to see. Unfortunately. Oh, Obsidian. Ooh, Nico as well. Not great for us. I'm at least going to stay so that we can finally see Arania's activate ability. And then Dell on the YouTube side, you said, yeah, I just bought the $50. But I'm a knight. Thank you so much for resubbing with your Prime sub. Are we back? Oh, we're gone again.